it do, guys, man? It's your boy LT back with another video, man. It's a little shorter video, man. We got, can Larry Bird's game transfer over into any era of basketball? I absolutely think so. Right now, he would probably be one of the top 3 shooters, and I would put him only behind Stephen Curry because Stephen Curry shoots thousands of threes. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, he shoots probably 100 threes a night. And Larry Bird is more conservative when it came to gameplay. He wanted to win the game more than have, you know, a 3-point record. He didn't care about no record like that. So I would put him behind Stephen Curry, but I would put him in front of Clay because when it came to shooting-wise, I would put him in front of Clay. But, you know, defensive-wise, I would think he would be better than Clay. Passing-wise, I think he would be better than Steph. So I think it's a lot of players that we can, like, transfer into different eras, and they could really do well. I really feel like if Derrick Rose played back in the 90s and 80s, he would have done phenomenal. He would have been a more efficient Dominic Wilkins. You know, he didn't have the height, but he had the explosiveness and stuff like that. So I really feel like his game could transition backwards. D Wade is another player who I feel that could transfer backwards. Like, they could play with older generations. Paul George, is another player that I think could. Kawhi Leonard is another player who I think could play back in the day. Let me think of somebody else. Now, on Kawhi, I do want to very much state his injury and taking days off and stuff like that. He wouldn't be able to do that. So if that's how he gonna play back then I don't think he would be able to play in that league. Another player who I think could transfer and go backwards, Shaq. Shaq can go back, like very back, and be dominant. Kobe, too, could be back and very, very dominant. Paul Pierce, I think the truth was really the truth, so I got to give him that. Who's another player that I feel whose game could just be transcendent? You got Elijah Wan, his game would be transcendent. Michael Jordan, his game transcendent. I feel like you put Scottie Pippen on the team right now by himself, he could take that team to a championship in today's era. Kyrie, I really feel like he could play in a couple of different eras. He's very shifty. It's hard to guard him. But it's a lot of players like that I really feel could play in different eras. But when it comes to Larry Bird, I feel like Larry Bird could legit go from the 60s to the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and so forth. And his game will always be very dominant. He doesn't need the ball in his hand at all times to score, but he can score at will. He can pass the ball. He can shoot the ball. He plays great defense. He's everywhere. He knows how to read the court. He's a great leader, a great follower, too, because a great leader has to follow somebody. And one thing that I can 100% say is Larry Bird trusted his coach like nobody else, even when his coach wasn't right. But if Larry Bird saw something he knew he could do better than his coach, he made sure he did that because that was what was best for the team. So when it comes to this conversation, I do believe it, but we're going to listen to these guys talk about it and see exactly what they talking about. I'm probably going to have to move my me over a little bit just because I think it's 4 squares. So hold on. We're going to go this, and we'll move. Ooh. Can I move? We'll sit me like right off in there. That about perfect.
There's a reason that nigga invited to every cookout.
So you guys,
every cookout.
Y'all
know potato salad. And he come with potato salad.
The reason I laugh.
I was reading an article that was talking about the Trae Young, Ja Morant comparison and comparing it to how people look at Steve Nash and Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
And I thought that's kind of really, really, really good when you think about it.
Nah, I don't like that.
What? Nah,
why not?
Nah, Jason, we always.
Okay, now you need to tell me why, because Steve Nash and Trae Young are pretty much the same basketball player.
Steve Nash and Trae Young.
Yo, bro. Trae Young is the reincarnation. Is the closest thing we're gonna get to Steph Curry.
You know, if Steve Nash took 6 more jumpers per game, he would have been Steph Curry.
I think if he took 6 more jumpers, his field goal percentage wouldn't be that 50%. He was smart.
Yes.
Let me smoke this fucking weed. This nigga is crazy. Nigga says Steve Nash. What?
They would have killed Steve Nash in this league today, bro.
Yo, all right. Everybody want to play this into.
All right, so now we had this whole.
That's something I disagree on 100%. I don't think you can kill Steve Nash in today's league. If you got players running around like Chris Paul, who is basically the exact same build of Steve Nash. You've got guards like what's the dude that played for the Spurs? But Patty Mills. You got guards like that. When you've got guards like let me think. Chris Nunley or whatever the dude's name is for the Timberwolves. When you got players that aren't as dominant as Steve Nash was, you put Steve Nash on any of those teams I just named, he's a powerhouse. He's not going to be the star of the game. He doesn't need to be. If he plays his role correctly, Steve Nash could dominate in this league. You don't need to be 40, 50 points a night to be the dominant in this league. If you give me 15 points, 10 assists, and then a couple of rebounds and some steals, I would probably say you're more dominant than any other player that's on the court, to be honest.
Sex conversation about how superstars in any era will be superstars in any era. So
right,
now
so
you guys are telling me that doesn't apply to Steve Nash?
Let's be
seriously.
Wait.
I agree. No. I agree with you. That's the point that I'm making. I agree with what you're saying. These two niggas don't.
No. Wait. No, it wasn't Steve. What he said was, Larry Bird ain't doing shit against Ben Simmons. That's exactly what he said.
Oh, that's not true.
Larry Bird's not doing shit against Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons would get dog walked. We're talking about one of the most lengthiest hit from Fritz Lick having ass white boys to ever do it. You're telling me Ben Simmons is the thing that's going to shut him down? Ben. No, bro. No. Larry Bird maybe wouldn't get off as many jump shots because Ben Simmons does have a pretty decent vertical. I'm going to say maybe. But Larry Bird gonna kill him mentally. The boy already broken because everybody talking about his jump shot, and you don't think Larry Bird gonna clown this boy 24/7? Come on, man. This is Larry Bird we're talking about. But I'm gonna let them finish because I feel like I'm just talking now.
Oh my God!
I'm done. True.
I'm done.
That's Larry Legend, bro.
That's not like Steve Nash. Steve Nash ain't top 5 all time. Come on.
You know what Larry Legend said? Larry Legend said, "Don't put a white boy on me. That's an insult." Larry Legend said, "Don't put no white boys on me."
Listen, this man got 30 plus with just the left hand. Joe, look up the story.
I don't even want to talk about Larry Bird. Is one of the greatest of all times.
There's a reason that nigga invited to every cookout.
Oh God!
You guys,
every cookout.
Y'all
come with potato salad. He come with potato salad.
The reason I laugh is because Trae Young is not in no fucking conversation with no Steve Nash. If you say Trae is Steve Nash,
if you're being honest, I'm not saying that Trae Young at the end of his career will not be better than Steve Nash. I am simply saying that Steve Nash, as of right now, against Trae Young, if you told me pick one of the two, I'm going to pick Steve Nash. Because I don't need the star players. Trae Young needs more star players around him to win. I don't need the star players with Steve Nash. I can go get a Chris Middleton. I can go get like some Chris Bosh. I can go get some people that people are like, oh, they're washed up, they're old, they're trash. And Steve Nash will make them look good. Steve Nash is that good. I think we got to do some videos on Steve Nash so we can put some respect on Steve Nash's name, because Steve Nash is very, very, very cold. He's raw. He's one of the most dominant players I've ever seen when it came to the point guard position. He knows his role. He's not the greatest point guard. He's not the greatest shooter. He's not the greatest assist man. But he knows his role, and he plays that role very effectively. So I can't agree when people say certain players are better than certain players when it comes to that. Or what are we going off of? Are we going off the fact that Trae Young just shoots more threes than anybody else? Are we going off to the fact that Trae Young is in Atlanta where he has an instant green light and all he does is shoot and he doesn't have teammates that he can rely on? Or do we go on the fact that Steve Nash made the team look good? He made the team look good. Trae Young makes himself look good. Steve Nash makes the team look good. It's a big difference. But, I just hate when people don't put respect on some of these people in the league. I feel like people don't put enough respect on their name. It really feels like that. Like Larry Bird, don't feel like it's enough respect. Steve Nash is another person that I don't feel like they put enough respect on. J.R. Smith, don't get enough respect. It just don't make no sense. But, bro, it's other people's opinions. Their opinions, they're entitled to their opinions. I get what it is. I'm not going to argue with them. I just feel like if we're going to talk about it, you got to be about it. You get what I'm saying?
And Steph Curry, that's a conversation.
You can't say
Trae Young. Trae Young ain't win shit. Not even Rookie of the Year. So I don't want to have no more Trae Young conversation.
Steve Nash.
That nigga win something. That's it.
That's
That's
tough,
it,
bro.
The nigga that I'm talking about, he won something. He won Rookie of the Year. He almost got a team to the chip. He's fucking amazing. He just threw the ball off the backboard and dunked it on niggas in traffic.
She shouldn't have won Rookie of the Year. So.
All right, whatever you say, Joe, he did. So guess what? You're not the Associate Press. He won it.
Yeah. He shouldn't have won it.
I mean,
he won Rookie of the Year during the COVID season, bro.
All right, man. I did enjoy that video. Those guys are very smart and talented. I do appreciate their work. They do. I mean, I've watched a couple of their videos before. I will link their page down at the bottom if y'all want to go check out some more of their basketball stuff. They always got good stuff like this going on their channel. I'm subscribed. I hope y'all subscribe to their channel. But, man, this was a good video, and I do like the arguments that they were having, but some people just got to put more respect on other players' names. Like, it's a spectrum. And I know people are like, well, Steve Nash doesn't do this. Well, you got to look, John Stockton. We give him all types of respect, you know? I want you to think about it. Steve Kerr. I feel like y'all give Steve Kerr more respect than y'all give John Stockton. I'm just saying. But, man, if y'all guys did enjoy this video, man, make sure y'all leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, leave me some comments. We're going to get active and get back at it tomorrow morning. Peace.